Hey, babe. I know this is kinda random, but have I ever told you what my favorite animal is? I figured I didn't. Well, here's the answer. Bears. Yep, that's right. Nature's old reliable. A basic, balanced, and well-built creature that thrives in a variety of environments. Bears are this fascinating mix of several different things. They're omnivores, so they'll eat just about anything. They have a thick layer of fur, fat, and muscle that makes them very durable and strong, and their behavior is somehow both predictable and unpredictable at the same time. Bears can certainly attack humans, but sometimes they won't. Oftentimes, a bear's behavior depends on your own, although identifying the species of bear can help narrow down the level of predictability. Well, let's start with the black bear, for example. I'd say this is probably the most common and recognizable species of bear. They can be found just about anywhere. They're pretty small and not all that strong, so surviving attacks from one usually isn't very difficult. They're typically docile and fear humans, so being loud and aggressive is usually enough to scare one off. And depending on the black bear, you might not even need to do that. Sometimes they'll invade neighborhoods and cause trouble by knocking over trash bins so they can take from them. Generally speaking, the black bear is the one people have the most experience with. Grizzly bears. This one is my personal favorite. Another one of the most recognizable bear species. Much bigger, bulkier, stronger, and seen less often than black bears. Grizzly bears are found in the northwestern parts of North America. If you live down south or in the east, you probably aren't going to see any grizzlies. Unless they decide to travel far from their primary habitats for some reason. I wouldn't put it past grizzlies to venture out and populate new land. I've heard of jaguars being sighted in southern Arizona near the border of Mexico before, and jaguars certainly aren't native to that state. Anyway, unlike black bears, grizzlies don't fear humans. You want to stay low and quiet in front of a grizzly. All being loud and proud will do is get you killed. If you try to stand up tall and the grizzly responds by standing taller than a basketball rig, you're gonna look really stupid before the bear proceeds to ruin your hopes and dreams. But despite how dangerous they are, they're such majestic creatures. There's nothing more beautiful than imagining a grizzly bear standing on the edge of a cliff with a scenic view of nature to accompany it. Gorgeous. Yeah, I've talked enough about grizzlies. I want to move on to polar bears now. And let me tell you, they are a cold customer. Yes, that pun was intentional. Anyway, polar bears are strictly carnivorous, and you'll only be able to find them in the high north and deep south of the world. No survival tactics will save you from a polar bear if it decides you're its next meal. There's an old saying I've heard regarding bears. If it's black, fight back. If it's brown, stay down. If it's white... Yeah, good night. You pretty much need a weapon or bear spray to deal with one. Ideally, you want to avoid venturing into polar bear territory entirely. Once you see a polar bear, it already knows you're there. They have a super keen sense of smell. Oh, the Kodiak bear. This one is especially fascinating. There's only one place on Earth where they're found, the Kodiak Archipelago and its surrounding islands. So they're a pretty exclusive species. Kodiak bears are even bigger, more durable, and stronger than grizzlies. Yet despite this, they're actually peaceful. If my sources are correct, there's only been 2 known human deaths caused by Kodiak bears in the past century. Talk about gentle giants. I'm not sure what those people did to provoke Kodiak bears, but given the species' passivity, they probably deserved it. Sloth bears, huh? Don't let the name fool you. Sloth bears are among the most dangerous. They're generally found in the Middle Eastern parts of the world. They're typically hostile, meaning it's never safe to be near one. Their claws are incredibly sharp, and due to their habitat, they even duke it out with tigers on a regular basis. They're pretty evenly matched, so it's a rivalry with blood on both sides. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about sun bears. They're native to the tropical forests of Southeast Asia, and visually speaking, they're quite an unorthodox-looking bear. Unfortunately, there seems to be some conflicting information about their behavior online. I've seen mentions of them being shy and reclusive, and I've seen mentions of them being aggressive without reason. What a strange bear. Of course, the panda bear, found in the mountains of China, a beautiful scenic habitat for such a well-known bear species. They're usually only aggressive when threatened or irritated. They may look cute and cuddly, but they at least exude reasonable behavior. It's certainly more reasonable than only eating bamboo all the time. The thing with pandas is that they're biologically designed to eat meat, but they just don't. Bamboo doesn't give them nearly enough energy in normal portions, so they need to eat a ton of it to sustain themselves. Yeah, they're not the brightest creatures out there. We spend millions of dollars just to keep them alive. If it weren't for us, I wouldn't be surprised if they went extinct by now. Well, I've talked about bears for long enough. I could go on for hours listing off all the different bear species, where they live, and how they act. But there's just so many. There's probably some that I haven't even learned about yet. Oh, really? You're a bear? What kind? A teddy bear? You're definitely my teddy bear, all right. Can't believe you forgot the most important bear species of all time. The Care Bears. Thank you, Fractured Soul, for the coffee donation.